Welcome to the DefCam. Viewers, please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel by encouraging us to bring more informative videos for you. Let's move to our topic. The prospect of J-35 stealth fighter conducting a ceremonial flypast over Islamabad on August 14, 2025, Pakistan's Independence Day, has the potential to mark a decisive turning point in the nation's pursuit of aerial deterrence and technological sovereignty. For Pakistan, such an event would go far beyond mere pageantry. It would serve as a visible, high-impact statement to both domestic and international audiences that the country is entering a new era in its air combat capabilities. It would symbolize the narrowing, if not the closing, of the qualitative gap with the Indian Air Force, which, despite operating modern aircraft like the Rafale and Su-30 Mki, still lacks a fifth-generation stealth platform. In the delicate balance of South Asian power politics, the debut of a stealth fighter over the skies of Islamabad would represent not just military progress, but a calculated strategic message. While the possibility is technically feasible given recent developments in China's fighter production programs, it remains dependent on a range of unresolved logistical, financial, and political considerations that will determine whether it materializes. From a production and technical readiness perspective, the J-35's trajectory toward operational availability has accelerated in recent years. China has moved beyond prototype trials and into low-rate initial manufacturing for the naval variant, designed to operate from aircraft carriers. The proposed land-based J-35A export model, reportedly offered to Pakistan, incorporates modifications specifically suited for ground-based operations, such as fixed rather than folding wings, a simplified landing gear assembly, and optimized radar-absorbent material coatings. These changes make the aircraft lighter, more maintainable, and better tailored to Pakistan's airbase infrastructure. Chinese defense industry sources have suggested that a delivery of the first 30 aircraft by August 2025 is theoretically possible, timed to coincide with Pakistan's Independence Day celebrations. Reports indicate that Pakistani pilots have already commenced simulator-based familiarization training in China, which suggests that operational integration planning is underway even before the first physical aircraft arrives. However, introducing a platform of this complexity requires more than pilot training. The integration process will demand extensive ground infrastructure, including specialized maintenance bays, climate-controlled composite material storage, and advanced diagnostic systems for the WS-13 or WS-19 turbofan engines. Additionally, secure data link networks must be established for the fighter's full participation in network-centric warfare, a capability that is still under phased development at Pakistan's Kamra Aviation City complex. Strategically, the J-35 addresses three long-standing vulnerabilities in Pakistan's air defense posture. The first is deterrence asymmetry. India's indigenous advanced medium combat aircraft program is unlikely to produce an operational stealth fighter before approximately 2035. This creates a rare and time-sensitive opportunity for Pakistan to gain a qualitative edge in aerial combat capability. With a radar cross-section as low as 0.001 square meters and equipped with long-range PL-15E air-to-air missiles capable of engaging targets at distances up to 145 kilometers, the J-35 could operate deep within contested airspace with a dramatically reduced risk of detection. The second vulnerability is sanction resilience. Pakistan's dependence on the United States for F-16 fighters and associated spare parts has historically left it exposed to supply disruptions during periods of political tension. By acquiring the J-35 under Chinese financing arrangements, rumored to include heavily discounted procurement terms, Pakistan would effectively shield a critical portion of its air power from Western political leverage. The third vulnerability is industrial capacity. Through local manufacturing of high-stress turbine disks and full-authority digital engine control systems for the JF-17 Block 3, Pakistan has developed foundational expertise in advanced aerospace engineering. The J-35 agreement, if finalized, is believed to include provisions for technology transfer that would feed directly into indigenous projects such as Project ASM, potentially accelerating Pakistan's long-term goal of designing and producing its own advanced turbofan engines. Yet, the path toward an Independence Day flyover is far from straightforward. Public statements from Pakistan's defense minister have denied that any formal J-35 acquisition agreement has been concluded, dismissing media reports as speculative and hinting that such narratives may serve Chinese marketing interests more than confirmed procurement realities. This official caution likely reflects ongoing negotiations over the program's financial structure. Even at a 50% discount, the estimated $5 billion United States dollar cost presents a formidable challenge to Pakistan's economy, particularly under the fiscal constraints imposed by International Monetary Fund arrangements. There are also questions about the J-35 as operational readiness. Its engine program remains in transition, with early production aircraft fitted with the WS-13E, an improved but still limited thrust power plant, while the more capable WS-19 is still undergoing refinement. Any attempt to schedule a ceremonial flyover would require at least 2 or 3 airframes to be delivered well ahead of the event, allowing for pilot familiarization flights, systems calibration, and safety certification. Given that no deliveries have yet been confirmed, this timeline is undeniably ambitious. If the logistical hurdles were overcome, the symbolism of a J-35 appearing over Islamabad on August 14th would be profound. Domestically, it would boost national morale, reinforcing perceptions of parity with India at a time when recent border incidents have showcased Pakistan's capacity to outmaneuver its neighbor in localized engagements. During these confrontations, the integration of JF-17 fighters and indigenous unmanned aerial systems reportedly gave Pakistan a tactical edge in speed, adaptability, and precision. Internationally, the flyover would signal a deepening of strategic ties with China at a time when the United States has been visibly expanding its defense cooperation with India. The visibility of the J-35, a cutting-edge stealth platform, in Pakistani colors would serve as an unmistakable affirmation of Beijing's role as Islamabad's principal defense partner. It would also have implications for Pakistan's defense export ambitions. By positioning itself as an operator of stealth technology, Pakistan could enhance its credibility among potential buyers in the global south, leveraging its JF-17 export track record in countries such as Azerbaijan to promote future co-development or export-oriented projects. The decision to align such a high-visibility debut with Independence Day would also carry risks. If the aircraft were to experience even a minor technical issue during the flyover, it could undermine the intended message of confidence and technological maturity. Furthermore, the public introduction of the J-35 could invite intensified scrutiny from regional and global powers, potentially triggering countermeasures such as accelerated procurement of anti-stealth radar systems by rival nations. For Pakistan, balancing the immediate psychological and strategic benefits of an Independence Day reveal against the operational prudence of a quieter, phased introduction will require careful deliberation. In the end, the idea of a J-35 soaring over Islamabad on August 14th remains aspirational, yet it is rooted in tangible developments that signal Pakistan's growing seriousness about entering the fifth-generation fighter domain. Pilot training is underway, infrastructure upgrades are in progress, and discussions about industrial partnerships are active. Even if the ceremonial flight does not take place in 2025, the momentum behind the J-35 program suggests that its arrival in Pakistan's inventory is a matter of when rather than if. Should the flyover occur, it would stand as a powerful testament to Pakistan's evolving defense capabilities and its willingness to invest in cutting-edge solutions to secure its sovereignty. If it does not, the delay would underscore the harsh realities of stealth fighter procurement, where cost, technology, and politics intersect in ways that can slow even the most determined acquisition plans. Either outcome will offer valuable insight into the future direction of South Asia's aerial rivalry and the balance of power in the region. Thanks, and stay tuned for the upcoming videos.